yeah.
Obidah was very forward. Is it clicking in everybody? Make sure we back on. Yeah, we're gonna read that though. Let's say that. We're back on. Yeah. So we back. You know, we had technical difficulties, you know, but this is a continuation of the last live stream, so we're gonna continue where we was at. Go ahead out.
Yeah, kind of. It's back in Obidah chapter it's like verse 3 again. Yeah, it says, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right. So the scripture tell you that this man is proud, you know. So through a process of elimination, when you examine all the different nations on the planet Earth, who can you come to the conclusion that scripture is speaking about, man? It's the so-called white man. And like you was just mentioning, they got the phrase proud to be an American, you know? I'm proud of my country, you know? And these devils display their pride each and every day, you know? Go ahead.
Yeah, and there's a precept in Revelations. I don't forget it, but Babylon says the same thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this Revelations 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her, for she said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yeah, and that's pride, man. And if you know anything about these devils, I know one job I was working, I was talking to this damn young Edomite, and he was actually in the Air Force, you know. I threw it at him. I was like, yeah, man. And that's when the whole Kim Jong-un shit, you know, Rocket Man, all that shit. So I was like, yeah, man, how you feel about the North Korea thing? He was like, man, we'll wipe him out in 10 minutes, you know. We'll wipe him out, you know. So that's the pride of Esau, man. That's why the scripture said the pride of thy heart has deceived thee. Matter of fact, get that one more time, Proverbs 16 chapter, you know. Because that's the catalyst of Esau and his downfall, that pride. And you can't tell me that don't link up with the so-called white man. All right? Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, because it's Proverbs 16 and verse 18. Pride goes for destruction, and then Holy Spirit before a fall.
Right. So again, that's the chronological order. That's the steps. You know, that's the sequence of events before destruction. Before you ultimately destroy, pride take place. They show you on these DVDs, these YouTube videos. You'll start video of niggas be boxing and niggas stop and do some crazy shit, dance, and you know what I mean? And motherfuckers knock them out. You know? They show niggas at the press conference, they talk shit. I'm the greatest. And they show, man, niggas get knocked out, man. That's the spirit of the Lord, all right? Pride goes before destruction. All right, so you give me what you got.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgressive by wine, he is a proud man.
See? And talking about Esau. He transgressed by wine, meaning these different philosophies, these different ideas that's contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The scriptures clearly tell you that a homosexual or homosexuality is abomination to the Most High. And these devils are going to transgress by wine, another philosophy. They celebrate homos, man. All right? That will make them transgress. Go ahead, up.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarging his desire as hell.
Yeah, we see that. This man got embassies and military bases all over the world, man. That's a form of him not keeping at home. All right, go ahead.
And is as deaf and cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, so that's dealing with the so-called white man. All right, so you got some?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Verse 4 said, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
So yeah, we're going to examine that right there. Scripture say, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. So when you go into these different nations, you know, who is the mascot for the eagle? You know, who used the eagle as a mascot? So-called white man. All right. Now, bald eagles, facts about American mascot. So first and foremost, before we read this, we just want to make clear that the bald eagle was not just the American mascot. It was actually the ancient Roman mascot. The common thread there. All those empires I just mentioned was ruled by who? So-called white people, man. So the eagle is synonymous with the so-called white man. All right, now this says bald eagles are large birds of prey native to North America since 1782. The bald eagle has been the United States national emblem and mascot. The bald eagle isn't actually bald. It gets its name because of its white head against its dark brown body makes it seem bald from a distance. So that's the spirit. You know, the so-called white man being associated with the bald eagle is a reason for that. All right? Now, I'm going to read more. It says, eagles are a symbol for freedom. Now, this is talking about the bald eagle. It says, even though they are a symbol for freedom in the United States, these birds are known for harassing smaller birds and stealing their prey. So that's the fact of the matter. Okay, the so-called white man there throw you out that BS, throw you out that idea that this place is all about freedom, but the MO is all about stealing, man. You were stolen. The so-called white man stole us and brought us over as slaves. So it's more though. It says, Benjamin Franklin once said, for my own part, I wish the bald eagle had not been chosen the representative of our country. He is a bird of bad morale. Character. He does not get his living honestly. That's the spirit, man. See what I'm saying? So the eagle is a thief, man. And what y'all hold up before you get that. Scripture tell you how to John 10 and 10. So that's dealing with the so-called white man. All right. So go ahead and get what you got.
There comes Ecclesiastes 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, and that's talking about who the so-called white man. The reason why he's going down because of unrighteous dealings, riches got by deceit, which is the characteristics of the eagle, man. Let's read it. It says, for my own part, I wish that the bald eagle had not been chosen the representative of our country. He is a bird of bad moral character. He does not get his living honest. And I just read it. All right, it says, besides, he is a rank cow, drives him out of the district. And when you go into the elect is known is compared to birds. It tells you that in Proverbs 1, eagles facts about American mascot. So really everything is spiritual, man. That's why we see everything through spiritual lenses. You know, everything we read, everything we come across through the scriptures, and we see that Yahweh Shemi Shah set everything up spiritual, man. All right. So what you got to precept? Okay. Then somebody can get that Deuteronomy, what's that, as the eagle?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can get it.
It's Isaiah chapter 14 and in verse 13, for thou have said in thine heart, ascend unto heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the congregation, Salakia, upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Right, and that's why he's compared to an eagle, because the eagle is the pride of the bird. Really, the eagle fly higher than any other bird. You know? Go ahead, huh?
I will ascend above the heights of the cloud. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit.
Yeah. So the Most High, hey, the scripture tell you to exalt not thyself, you know, you should be brought low. So that's the natural steps. You know, if you abase, then you're gonna be exalted. And if you exalted, you're gonna be brought low. See, you got something?
Revelation 18 and 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously So much turmoil and sorrow give her, for she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yep. And that's the mentality of the so-called white man. They got that resilient spirit on them. They always feel like they're going to triumph. Oh, yeah, we in trouble, we'll bounce back, you know?
That straight MacGyver spirit.
Yeah.
They made 4 Independence Day movies, man.
Yeah.
Every time they came, they overcame it, man.
Resurgent and all that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, so they truly believe that this place is not going to go down.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, because it's Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yep. And that's dealing with who? The so-called white man. And we just read the information going back to the Greeks, to the Romans, to now here in America. They associated with the eagle, man. They interchangeable with the eagle. If you pull out your money, pull out a dollar, you're gonna say eagle. You go to these courthouses, you know, different places, you got the eagle. So that's the spirit. Give me Habakkuk 1 and start at 6.
Oh, this is Habakkuk 1. It's Habakkuk 1 verse 6. For lo, I rise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land.
Right. And that's dealing with Esau. That bitter. There is bitter, man, the Chaldeans, all right? Go ahead.
To possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
See? Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 7, they are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment, their dainty shall proceed. Their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8, their horses also are swifter than the leopards.
Yeah, we just read, I send you a nation that's swifter than the eagle. Go ahead.
And are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle that hastens to eat.
Yeah, and that's Esau. All right, they hasten to eat, they fly as an eagle, and that's the mentality of an eagle. When the eagle, they'll spot like a fish, you know, in the river, and when they swoop down, they hasten to eat them, man. You know, they get them claws in them, they pluck them up, and they eat them. All right, so that's why when you go into the scriptures, all nations got like characteristics of our animals. You know, so you got some? If not, we'll go back to where you got from.
Obidah, verse 5. It's like, no, I'm going to start back at verse 4 again. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, this will I bring thee down, said the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And that's going into the space stations. That prophecy right there, man. Like we said, we opened up. This is a very powerful book.
God.
This actually is telling you who the so-called white man is, man. Because it's not this man up in the heavens. You got space stations, you know.
God.
Matter of fact, somebody can hold that too. Amos, the 9th chapter, on that. Yeah, go ahead out.
God, it says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
And that's Esau. Esau got the whole world, man. They took all the gold, and they can actually print money, make money out of thin air, man. So what else do you want? They want you. Now they want you to be slaves. They want to put that chip in you and make you a possession, you know? So that means that they greedy, man. They enlarge as they grave as hell, you know?
It says, if grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
And that's true. If somebody has some grapes in their house or plums, you get you a bag full of plums and you good, man. You don't leave the rest of their plums, man. These devils will sit there, they want everything, man. They want to just cut the whole tree down.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Yeah, how this devil searched out, man, in the spirit of Yahweh passing outside. Like we were saying in the first part of this live stream, these devils more comfortable with dealing under the shroud of deception and secrecy, man. So this light being shed on them is real uncomfortable. You know? That's why we ain't gonna be surprised when they finally shut the internet down and start monitoring certain channels. Well, you can probably get on YouTube, but certain videos you can't watch, you know? Everything gonna be censored. Yep. So what you got a piece of? Yep, continue.
It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
And we know that to be true. And really, okay, this would I challenge anybody who might question this. Who else could this be talking about, man? Like, is anybody bringing China to the border? Anybody bringing these Hamites to the border, to the brinks of war? No, it's Esau, the so-called white man, on both sides. Putin is getting brought to the border, and Trump. You got, what's this? Is it Iran, Iraq? I mean, no, really Iran, Syria. They bring word up.
It said, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Right, and that's what you're saying happens. Because there was a point where Esau can combat any, like you go into the Black Panthers or some niggas marching and stirring up some shit. Esau come out with some man and shut that shit down, man. But now I fight. You know, because the Lord have taken that, everything Esau do, we
Rule a kingdom. And they let you know the so-called white man's going down because the Lord is taking the wisdom away from him, man. Why is he going to destroy the wise men out of the kingdom, man? So the Lord is taking the wisdom away from you. I know it says in Daniel, wisdom is. He gives the king, you know what I mean? So he's taking that wisdom away from you, man. You know?
Yeah, that's true because when you go into all the different rulers, the Lord gave them wisdom. That's why we go into Pharaoh. When Moses came up against the Pharaoh, his serpents and their serpents, his sorcerers, you know? So in order for you to rule, you have wisdom. So when you notice somebody losing that wisdom, they're losing that power. It was like that movie, Nelly Professor. Remember the second one, I think, when he started losing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. He knew it was over. Like, damn, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So we see that you tripping, man. You tripping, bro. You slipping. That's a form of love. When it was 24, I think you started like 13 verses, if I'm not mistaken. Might be around 18 verses. Let me see.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Edom should be a possession.
Yeah,
get that star right there.
Yeah, because verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession, Syria also be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly.
Yes, do valiantly.
Valiantly. And shall destroy him, but his latter end shall perish forever.
And that's what we just read right here. And
10, for thou bias against thy brother Jacob.
And then one of y'all doing it.
9. It's going in and out. That's crazy. We'll start at verse 10 again.
Black people lazy. Motherfucker, we built this whole.
Does not have